Hey YouTube, how's it going? Crystron Dragons here, bringing you an updated Rocket combo to include Crystron Needle Fiber into the mix and helps extend in your opponent's turn as well, which is really good. Sorry, just put these back. So for this combo and for this deck can still consistently put out the original board, which is Heavenly Spheres, On-Chain Abomination, Boiler Savage Dragon with 3 counters and a Silver Rocket. So this deck will always consistently pull out that board and it wasn't affected by the ban list. However, if you want to include Crystron into the mix and try and extend that much further, you kind of need a hand like this, which is having a Rocket, definitely having an Absolute Dragon, so these two are a must, and then an extender of sorts. So in this case, I've picked White Dragon Buster, and I'm going to show you how this works. The combo is actually still very similar. The different step is when you get past the Guard Dragons, and that's where the combo changes. So from here, we'll just sort of carry on as normal. So we'll normal summon our Rocket Tracer, and we'll special summon our Absolute Dragon. So, 2 cards, and we've got our 3 cards in our hand. We're going to link these 2 off into Heavenly Spheres. And the reason we do this is we don't need to try and use the boot sector launch at this point. So we can kind of bypass that step and use it later on, which is quite useful. So here's our Heavenly Spheres. We're going to use Absolute Dragon's effect, which will add a Silver Rocket to our hand. And now we're going to banish the Absolute to bring out our White Dragon and then link him off for an LP. And then we'll get White Dragon's effect, which adds Black Dragon Clap Second to our hand. And we can banish the white to bring out the black. And then link him off for our first Striker Dragon. And it's kind of the same way we've got it, that we've got the 2 arrows pointing here. And now we get Striker Dragon's effect, which adds the boot sector launch. And now we can use LP's effect, which will bring out the Black Metal Dragon. We can use Striker's effect to destroy itself. And then add the Rocket Tracer back to our hand. Then link off our Black Metal Dragon for the Pisty. And then use Black Metal's effect to add the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to our hand. So from here, pretty standard, no real change. We banish the LP to bring out the Red Eyes, use his effect, and we're just going to bring out the Black Metal Dragon from the graveyard. We'll link these 2 off as normal into our Delinger's Dragon. We'll use Pisty's effect, to bring out the Red Eyes. And this is where it's slightly different. We're going to use the Red Eyes to bring out our Rocket Tracer from our hand, because we need the tuner on field. Now, because we've got the Pisty, we're still locked into Dragons, so we're going to get rid of him first. So we're going to link these 2 off into our Triple Burst Dragon, which also actually gives us another arrow further out, which is quite useful. Now we're going to link these 2 off into our Crystron Halqifibrax. Never going to be able to pronounce that properly. Always going to call it Needle Fiber. It's much easier. Use his effect to bring out our Rocket Synchron, because it's our level 3 or lower tuner. And this is, as I said, this is where it's changed, and this is where we've got the board. This is why we wanted to save the boot sector launch to allow us to extend further from here. So we're going to activate the boot sector launch, which will allow us to summon our Silver Rocket Dragon in defense mode. If you have the other, you can use it, but this is kind of where I found it to be useful. Anyway, I link these 2 off for your Quad Boiler Dragon. Use his effect, discard whichever card you have in your hand to destroy your Triple Burst. And this will allow you to bring back 2 rocket, well, up to 3 rockets, but we've only got 2, so... And you want to keep this zone for the next link. So bring back Delingerous in this link once you've got the chance. So we're going to bring back the Silver Rocket here, and we're going to bring back the Rocket Tracer here. And as I said, we keep that zone 3, but because we've summoned a rocket, we can bring back the Lingerous Dragon. Then we'll link these two off, so this gets banished. That goes to the graveyard. And we'll bring out our Unchained Abomination. And now, because we want to leave a Silver Rocket on the field, we're going to use Rocket Tracer's effect, pop the Boot Sector Launch, just to bring out a level 4 rocket from the deck. The reason you want level 4 is just because you want to synchro into Borderlord Savage. So synchro these two off into your Borderlord Savage. And then because you did go into Triple Burst, you can equip him. Attach it to your Borderlord Savage. It now has 3 counters. And obviously an attack boost of 1200 as well. So this is what your new end board come back. Bring this out in defense mode just in case of Lightning Storm. And then this is where it gets really good, just because we have him as an extender. In your end phase, you destroy a Silver Rocket with Unchained Abomination, and this is where you get knowledge of your opponent's deck. So you banish from the extra deck as you see fit, and then you can bring out a Rocket Tracer. Then in your opponent's turn, you can do it either way, but the best way probably is to use Saphir's effect, bounce an opponent's monster, which is really good, or card, bring out a Brotar, use his effect, and then you can add a Chaos Dragon Levinator to your hand. And then you can banish your Crystron Needlefiber and bring out Shooting Razor Dragon. Now, he's got the effect where obviously you can send a monster to the graveyard and sort of go from there, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep him at a level 7 because we've got a level 1 on the field. But obviously you can change it depending on what you need to do. So if you bring out a level 4 instead, like another rocket, if you just need to and you couldn't get out the Rocket Tracer, then you can send a level 3. So then his level becomes a level 4. And the level 3 in this deck will be the Ghost Ogres. And then you can use the Shooting Dragon's effect to Synchro Summon into your Scythe Flame Lord Omega. So if you think about what the board's giving you, it's allowed to give you a bounce. Now you can rip one at your opponent's hand as well. You'll be able to destroy because you've got Rocket Tracer's effect. And if you really need to, you just pop the equip. And you've got an Omni Negate as well. And then in your next turn, you've still got 1 card in your hand. And you've got the Chaos Dragon Levinator. So yeah, you've just got a lot of options, and this kind of gives you just a bit more than what the original board will give you, and gives you a lot of disruptions to your opponents. So yeah, that's my updated Rocket combo. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section how it could be better. I will admit this is not that consistent to get that extra extender out, but as I said before, like you can very easily still finish on a board which gives you the Unchained, that gives you the Borderlord Savage, and the Silver Rocket. The deck will still do that no matter what. I just wanted to show you a way that you could incorporate Crystron Needlefiber into it. And if you really want, the reason I went the Crystron route rather than Union Carrier is because Union Carrier, once you go into it, you don't get that extra monster on the field, and you can't use it for Link's material in the same turn. So you're just kind of stuck there. So this is just the way I've kind of worked it. If you've got a better combo, please feel free to share. But until next time, see you then.